Hello, Miami. This is 305 Sports Now, your whole podcast and channel for all things Miami sports related. I am Will. Before I begin today's show, I really want to once again thank the guys from You Heard, both Ben and Joe. They were fantastic. Really had a good time, kicking it, the other day talking about some Canes football, talk about the season, recruiting, etc. So if you haven't seen that episode yet, just take a quick look at it. It's about 45 minutes long and a lot of good football that we talk about there. And we'll be continuing to work more together as time goes on. Because again, like I've mentioned to them, I've mentioned to you guys, all content creators, we content creators, we're one big happy family, and we like working together, and we like bringing you the best possible entertainment and content possible that you would enjoy. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about, besides other announcements I'm going to have, is the topic of today's lesson. Oh God, sorry, I had a full day today at the school. Today's topic is are the Miami Hurricanes wide receivers elite? Okay, are they elite? Now, I know they've played teams like Miami, Ohio, and so on, but Miami, Ohio, Bethune-Cookman, but they did have a really good game against Texas A&M, and the wide receiving core has really stepped up this year, comparable to last year under Gaddis's offense. One of the biggest complaints that many of us had about the wide receiving core last year as a whole is that they didn't execute properly, meaning they had a lot of drops as well. Poor separation. They couldn't get away from their defenders, for the life of them. These guys a lot of them were highly recruited wide receivers, and they could not just get off the defenders. It didn't matter who it was, whether it was Florida State, Duke, or Middle Tennessee State, the wide receiving core, they just could not create separation, drops, lack of production, etc. Just a few things I wanted you to see. Our top receivers last year. Now, in fairness, Tyler Van Dyke was hurt. All right, he was hurt for a long chunk of the year. And also Xavier Restrepo only played 7 games, in which he had 21 receptions, 2 touchdowns. Will Mallory had in 12 games had 42 catches for 538 yards, 3 touchdowns. Colby Young in 10 games played, 32 catches, 5 touchdowns. Rashard Smith, 11 games, 33, 308, no touchdowns. And Jacoby George, 7 games played. He was suspended early in the year. 13 catches, 130 yards, no touchdowns again. Jacoby George was suspended, so he missed, I believe it was 5 or 6 games beginning of the year. And then, of course, we had your Restrepo injury where he missed, a good chunk of the year as well. Okay. Then we get to Dawson's offense. All right. So let's talk about Dawson's offense. 3 games so far. Restrepo, 17 catches, 314 yards, no touchdowns, but he's really been active, in catching the ball. He's eventually going to get in the end zone. We know that. Jacoby George, 3 games, 16 receptions, 202 yards, 4 touchdowns. He's already eclipsed his touchdown total from last year by 4. I think more is yet to come. Then you have, of course, Colby Smith. Brashard Smith, Colby Young. Colby Young with 15 catches, 209 yards, 2 touchdowns. And then we have Brashard Smith, 4 catches, 55 yards, 1 touchdown. Let's not forget that beautiful 98-yard touchdown return against A&M. All right, so what's going on this year? Because Restrepo in 7 games had 21 catches. In just 3, he has 17, okay? Jacoby George in 3 games already, he already has eclipsed what he had for 7 games last season, all right, at 16 when he had 13 last season. Colby Young as well, 15. And then, of course, Rashard Smith has been a bit more active this year as well. So what's going on, okay? What is going on with the Miami Hurricanes this season that didn't happen last season? Well, number one, the offensive coordinator is not also the wide receivers coach, okay? The offensive coordinator is also the quarterback's coach, which is usually what you want to see, because the offense works well if the quarterback and the offensive coordinator are simpatico together. So that's the start. Number 2, Kevin Beard, the only thing he's concentrating on is the wide receivers. So there's no separation or conflict where he may have to, let's say, coach the running backs as well, or be passing game coordinator, that kind of deal where he has to worry about other things. He's only focused on the wide receivers. And Kevin Beard is a hell of a coach. As I said, to the guys from You Heard, I never thought, and I've said it before here, I never thought Kevin Beard should have ever been dismissed when Mark Richt took over. I get he wanted his own guys, and Ron Dugans was not a bad wide receivers coach. He's doing very well over there at Florida State as well. But Kevin Beard was very good when he was at the U, and he's just gotten better since he's a more seasoned coach. So now these wide receivers are getting separation. All right. Their route running has greatly improved. They're holding on to the football more. There's less drops this year amongst the wide receiving core. So that's pretty much what has been the key reason why the Miami Hurricanes wide receivers are better this year than they were last year. So my question to you is, are the Canes wide receivers elite? In the first 3 games, I'm going to answer, and I think I'm going to say the same thing for the rest of the season. Yes, they are. All right. The Miami Hurricanes wide receivers are really good, and we haven't yet scratched the surface because we have yet to see Shamar Kirk. Okay, we have yet to see Tyler Harrell. All right, and basically in full Tyler Harrell mode, in full Shamar Kirk mode as well. We have yet to see as well Ray Joseph and Robbie Washington as well, which I think are going to be very good plug-in slot guys for this football team. And we have yet to see from the tight ends like Jalil Skinner and Riley Williams. Cam McCormick has played well. He's been mostly used in blocking, but as a receiver as well. So the bottom line is this football team, as the season progresses, they gel more and they continue to get used to the system as well, which are doing a very good job with right now. The wide receiver core is going to get better, and that is scary for opponents, and that is scary for ACC play. As when Miami has very good wide receivers, they are very difficult to stop. We've seen it in history in the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s when the playmakers are playmaking, all right, when they're balling out and making plays, like Santana Moss used to say, being big time players, the Canes are absolutely dangerous. And I think that Miami's at the cusp right now of being dangerous and being setting the ACC on fire with their wide receiver play. And it's only going to get better because with JoJo Trader coming in and Chance Robinson coming in and the possibilities of flipping LaWayne McCoy and also even Jeremiah Smith and being in for guys like Ryan Wingo and so on, the sky's the limit. So I agree with Ben from You Heard. I hope we have Shannon Dawson for 3 to 5 years. I don't see it that way. I don't see it that way because he's coaching his team very well as far as the schematics go. Kevin Beard has been phenomenal. If you look at the video I'm showing you, the way he runs, the way he coaches his guys, coaches them strong, runs routes with them, teaches them firsthand experience, hands-on, how to run good routes. Listen, these guys are good because of Beard, okay? Mind you, the coaching staff plays a key role, but Kevin Beard works, one-on-one with them. He is the main reason why we have seen great improvement, aside from the scheme, from the wide receivers, because he's dedicated himself to making these guys better, and not just making them better, making them dangerous and elite. And that's what gets you championships. That's what gets you in the ACC championship game. That's what gets you in a playoff series, and that's what gets you a national championship. All right. So that's pretty much what I have to say. So guys, just a few announcements I have to say. Tomorrow, actually, I'm recording tonight. Later on today, because I'm recording. It's Friday. It's Friday evening. Recording for Saturday. All right, for Saturday afternoon at halftime, I will be making an appearance on Shilba Batman's halftime special alongside Hoodie Girl. All right, so I'll be with Hoodie Girl and Shilba Batman, and we'll be going over the Temple game as well. And I will not announce it until you see it. I will be having another Flip Watch episode that will be airing Sunday morning. The first one did really well. I thank all of you that saw it, liked it, shared it, commented on it. Thank you so much. All right, let's hope it does happen. LaWayne McCoy is an absolute stud for Central. So I'll be producing more of those. Okay, not so many because I don't want to be insincere. These are guys that are rumored to flip, or I think will actually flip. Okay, so the guys that I'm talking about are committed to other teams, and I personally think there's a good chance Miami could flip them. Okay, so that's it. That being said, guys, if you like what you heard, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to 305 Sports Now. Once again, I am Will. Stay safe. God bless you soon. Go Canes. All about the U. Bye-bye, guys. Take care.